when we come out of this thing, what are some best practices? You've prepared for it. You've somehow made it through, and you come out of this thing. Like, what do you do when you come out of a crisis like this? What's sort of the next steps for an entrepreneurial organization to sort of build off this experience and become strong? What would you recommend?
Yeah, and what you saw, we saw that coming out of the last one is that people were forced to learn how to do more with less. You know, in the 08, 09, we saw even the Canadian dollar strengthen, which hurt a lot of at least exporters or manufacturers, Canadian manufacturers. So they figured out how to make money at par. And then when the Canadian dollar weakened, then obviously then they were doing really well. So I think what a lot of people realize in these times is you can do more with less. And again, that's going back to the bootstrap concept. That doesn't mean it's not good to hire a lot of people. Obviously, you want to grow your business so you can bring on a lot more people and grow it. But at the same time, what I find going through these periods, I guess finding the grace into the silver lining is that people just gain perspective. Not to say, as human beings, we just generally get really complacent. We do. It's a human nature thing. And it's times like this where, you're seeing on, on all the different social sites, oh, this really lets you realize what's important. Yeah, but before everybody was posting pictures of themselves in Lamborghinis and yachts. So that stuff doesn't matter. And same thing with the business is that, there's certain things that matter and others that don't. So just being smart and disciplined. Unfortunately, it wears off, and within a year or two, people get back to really bad habits. That's why they even say every 6 or 7 years, which is the average, of an economic downturn, is actually good. I mean, I know nobody wants to hear that or think, oh, why would we want any hardship? Well, that's life, though. Life is all about challenges. Forget about business and economy. Just generally, as a human being, you don't get through your whole life without facing any challenges. In fact, it's the challenges that is when you grow. Well, same thing as a business or as an entrepreneur. Now is a time that you separate the men from the boys, so to speak. And again, those that fare well are the ones that have been through it more. And so, if you're new to this, I think I know it's hard not to focus on the negative right now and worry about whether you're going to make it and survive it. But I think you have to, it's like when you watch those movies when there's the captain of a ship and they're going through a storm and you see them kind of getting like, bring it on, bring it on, bring on more rain, bring on more waves. Well, that's the attitude. You need that wartime mentality to get through it. And I think you have to look at it that way. It's all perspective in your attitude, and you're going to make it. At the end of the day, I know this one's different than an economy because there is an actual life or death thing to it. It is killing people. So that's what makes this one unique and scarier. But still, you also need to keep that in perspective. Keep your social distancing, keep your immune system up, practice all the right steps, and odds are, from a percentage perspective, you're not going to die from it, God willing. So then it's just a matter of focusing on the economic as well, and realizing that all these practices you're putting into place in your business to get through it are only going to make you much stronger when you come out the other end.